Hello students, how are you all? I know you all are doing great at home. This is Leena ma'am and I am here with a very interesting chapter from your physics section of NCERT science book, that is chapter number 11, light, shadows and reflections. Let us understand each of the term one by one in detail. Okay? Children, whenever you go outside, you see many of the objects, isn't it? If I'll ask you right now, are you able to see me? Your answer will be yes, isn't it? Now children, are you able to see me? Your answer must be a big no. Now tell me again, you able to see me, right? So that's because of light. Light and eyes, two essential things for seeing any of the object. But are these two are enough to see any of the object? Let me tell you what are the different things responsible or essential for seeing exactly any of the object, right? So first of all, we need a source of light. Okay. Secondly, object. Objects here means the object we want to see, the objects we able to see, those objects. Third, your eyes, of course. Fourth, children, brain also required to see any of the object. How? Let me explain you. Source of light means whenever you are going outside, sun is the source of light. Suppose in a room, the bulb, the tube lights, the lamps, these are the source of light. From the source of light falls on any of the objects we are able to see. Like on outside, I can say the examples of animals, vehicles, your trees, all these are the objects outside, inside a room, chair, table, book, pen, whatever is there in your room, right? So all those are the object. Of course, the third is required, that is eye. What happens exactly when a light falls from the source on any of the object, that object reflects it to our eyes. Once it reaches to our eye, immediately it goes to the brain and processed over there. Okay, and processed means it is exactly the brain says or recognizes that this object is a tree or a table or whatever object is that. So it is actually the brain recognizes and name it. Clear, children? So this is how it happens. Now, the source of light, it can be categorized into two types. First one is what? Natural source of light. Second is artificial source of light. So natural is what? Which is already existing. I mean sun, moon, or you can say fire glows. Yes, fire glows, or fireflies glow warm, I mean to say. Okay, fireflies or a glow worm have their own light. So that is also included in the natural source of light. Second one is your artificial source of light. Artificial source of light means what? As the name suggesting, artificial means it is made by human being. So like the lamp, your electric lamp, your tube light, your bulb, all those are the examples of what? Artificial source of light. Clear? Next we will see, children, that the source of light objects can be divided into two categories. What are those? First one is luminous. Luminous means what? Luminous object means what? The one which emits light of their own. Okay, I mean they emit their own light. Those are known as luminous object. Luminous object like sun, your candle, whatever we are burning, like suppose we are burning a paper, so that is a luminous object. Okay. Secondly, of course, the second one is the opposite of it, that is non-luminous. Non-luminous objects. Okay. That means obviously that does not emit their own light. Means moon, the chair, the trees, the object from the source of light, when the light falls on the object and the object reflects it to our eyes, those objects are known as non-luminous object, which does not have their own light to emit, right? So this is the category of your sources of light. Okay, the objects. Now another category of objects that you must have heard about, the transparent object, right? Transparent, second is translucent, and third one is opaque. Okay, children, just a brief idea I am going to give you here. Transparent is what? Through which light can pass. Opaque, translucent is what? Through which light can pass partially. Okay, but when we are talking about opaque, light is not able to pass through it at all. So opaque will produce a shadow. Shadow you must be knowing, that is what are the next topic of discussion, right children? So I'll show you one of the activity based on this type of objects: transparent, translucent, and what? Opaque. Okay, let us see. So children, to perform that particular activity, I have few objects with me. The first object is a polythene sheet. Through that particular object, just try to look at my face. Are you able to see me or not? Let me know. You are able to see me clearly, isn't it? Because light can pass through the transparent object completely. So that's the reason you can see me clearly. Another object is a frosted glass. That's a translucent object, isn't it? So look at my face. It is hazy, right? Because through the translucent object, light can pass partially. That's the reason I am visible partially or in a hazy manner. Clear? Third object I have taken is a book. Why so? It's an opaque object, isn't it? So try to look at me. Look at my face. Are you able to see my face? Not at all. That's because it's an opaque object and light is not able to pass through. Light cannot pass through. That means any of the opaque object. Okay. So that's the reason you are not able to see me. Clear, children? Next we will see what are shadows. Okay. To know the brief idea about shadows, let us try to answer few of the questions. What are they? First question is what? Means what are shadows? Next question is how? How shadows are formed? Third, why? Why are shadows formed? Okay, let us try to answer these questions and we will get a idea about shadows. Okay, first one. Shadows are nothing but the dark shape of the objects. Okay, the object's dark shape is where are the shadows. Clear? Second, how are these formed? These are formed because a object block the path of the what? Light. So that means for shadows two things are required. One is an object. Another one is what? Light. Clear? Third question, let us try to answer. Why? Why is it formed? I told you about the object. That object has to be opaque one. Look at the picture here. Look at the shadow of my hands here. Can you see the shadow? Why is this formed? Because the light is traveling through this path and in this path is being blocked by my hands. And my hands are opaque objects. So that is the reason behind the shadow formation. Is that clear? So one more question arises over here. Why the light is not traveling this way? Because one more concept here, children, that light always travel in a straight path, in a rectilinear motion. That is, we have already studied in chapter number 10 about the rectilinear motion, isn't it? The object when travel in a straight path, we call it a rectilinear motion. Similarly, light also travel in a straight path. To perform that, you can do a practice, do one of the activity at home also, right? Just burn a candle and take a pipe. Pipe must be of rubber or plastic one. Okay, straight butt. So what you will do? Just burn a candle or glow a candle and keep it on a table, and then one end of the pipe just keep on the flame part of the candle and the other end
you hold it to see. Okay. In a straight path, when the pipe is straight, you will able to see the candle flame. But if you will try to bend like this, then you will not be able to see the candle flame. That shows that light travel in the straight path only. Look at the pictures. Okay, you will be able to understand. Now children, about if we'll talk, we are going to talk about the shadows. What exactly shadows are? You must say that it gives an information about the shape of the object. But is it always right? Look at the pictures. Can you see the shadows here? The shadows says that these are the faces of some of the animals, birds, etc. Isn't it? But are they really so? No. These are made out of hands. So just try them out. Just have fun with the hands and shadows, right?